Listen closely to these words, for they come from the depths of love and truth. I speak because I desire your good. It is not by accident that you come across this message today. You are here because I care for you. There is something I want you to understand, a truth that too many ignore, hoping it will simply go away if they do not think about it. Heaven is real. Hell is real. Life is precious, and each moment is an opportunity for you to listen, learn, and choose wisely. You may struggle with the idea of heaven and hell. Maybe you ask why they exist at all. Why, if I am loving, would anyone ever experience separation from me? The answer is not what some people imagine. My love is not permissive. It does not ignore what is wrong or turn a blind eye to the suffering caused by evil. When you think of love, you often measure it by comfort, by giving what feels pleasant, or by removing any consequence. But my love is pure and holy. It is not corrupted by indulgence or mock it, by pretending wrong is right. I am truth itself. My nature is both loving and just. Truth must be spoken, and truth must be lived. I do not lie to you about the results of your choices, nor do I hide the reality of what comes from living apart from me. I tell you now, not because I wish to frighten you, but because honesty is an essential part of love. Hell is not a place I delight in, nor one I created for you. In the beginning, it was prepared as a place of separation for the one called the enemy, the devil, and those angels who rebelled with him. But when a soul chooses to reject me, to cling to darkness, to live in rebellion rather than relationship, it also chooses separation, even if it does not call it that. My mercy stretches wider than you can imagine. There is no sin so deep that I cannot forgive, no past so broken that I cannot make net, if you are willing. But I do not force mercy upon anyone. I have given you the gift of choice, for only through your own decision does any love or relationship truly exist. If I dragged people into my arms while they cursed me or rejected my ways, would that be love? Forced love is not love. It is slavery, and I created you for freedom. I call out to each person, offering open doors, a welcome home. But I will not pull someone into my presence if they have chosen, again and again, to shut their heart, to turn away. This is not because I lack power, but because I honor the dignity I placed within you. Without the ability to choose, there is no real love, only obedience that comes from compulsion. When you think about my love, remember this. Real love stands upon truth and justice. Without these, love becomes indulgence, which only keeps you bound to the pain you need rescuing from. Those who enter into darkness do not arrive there by being forced. They go step by step, often through small choices that seem harmless until they altogether point them far away from the light. Sometimes people set aside talk of eternity, thinking that by ignoring it, it does not apply to them. But everyone, through every small decision made day by day, is planting seeds. Some seeds grow toward light and life. Others grow toward separation and emptiness. The choices you make build the path you walk, and each road has a destination. The path away from me may seem pleasant at first, even lined with things you enjoy, distractions that numb you, or activities that keep you busy. But every step further from my presence makes it harder for you to hear my voice or see the way back home. Some believe they are good enough because they do not commit great evils. But my message is not for murderers and thieves alone. It is for every heart that puts itself at the center, that refuses to listen or surrender. It is for anyone who builds their life without me. Indifference can be as dangerous as outright rebellion. You may call selfishness self-care. You may call pride confidence, but renaming something does not change its reality. Over time, small compromises collect and move you further from what is right and true. There are those who believe that ignorance or avoidance will excuse their choices, but the world I made operates on the principle that you reap what you sow. If you sow rebellion, you will harvest its fruit. This is not cruelty. It is simply the way creation works. I am always just. I do not bend what is right for the sake of convenience. If I overlooked what is wrong, I would no longer be perfectly good. Yet I take no pleasure in pain or loss. My desire is always for people to turn, to find true life, to come home. That is why you feel conviction when you do wrong, why unsettledness enters your heart after selfishness or cruelty. That is me, calling you back before you have wandered too far to see the return path. Sadly, many do not listen to my gentle warning. They cover my voice with noise, comfort, endless busyness, or the pursuit of entertainment. Over time, their hearts become hardened like stone, no longer sensitive to my spirit. Some ask why I do not simply inhale or erase it from existence, thinking that would solve the pain. But to do so would be to erase the reality of justice, to make the cries of those who have suffered under evil go forever unanswered. True goodness cannot exist where evil is unchallenged and unpunished. My justice and mercy are not opposites. They are two sides of my perfect character. Understand this. My justice and my mercy meet at the cross. The price of the worst wrongs was paid there, in full, so that no one must remain separated from me. But that gift must be personally received. Like a prisoner offered freedom, you must choose to walk out of the 𝐆𝐃 cannot make that choice for you. People often do not see that their actions are leading them away from me. The enemy has made rebellion seem easy and pleasant. Wrong choices appear attractive. Promises are made that you remain in control, or that you can stop anytime you wish. It is seldom a single step, but many small steps that set the soul along the path to separation. Even a life of small sins or ongoing indifference is not safe. This too is a journey away from the heart of life. Lukewarm, half-hearted living is as dangerous as obvious evil. Some think that their religion or outward good deeds will protect them, but if faith is empty of real relationship with me, it is only a mask. Words can hide the truth from others, but they cannot change what is real before me. Many convince themselves that they are safe, but if the focus of their life is self and not my presence, then their foundation is sand. Society often teaches that freedom means doing whatever you wish, breaking free of all rules and putting your own desires above everything else. But this is not true freedom. A person who serves only their own desires becomes a slave to them. The chains are light at first, but with each indulgence they grow heavier. That is why I call you early, while you are still able to respond. Every journey is made of steps. Even when you do not name your path, your direction is set by daily choices. If you reject me, even gently, you are choosing a life apart from me, and eternity will reflect that same path. Hell is not simply a place of punishment. It is life without me, magnified and lasting forever. The light and love and hope I bring are absent there, not by my desire, but by the will of those who would not receive them. But my will is always for you to live, to become whole, to come home. I want you to see where your choices are leading, even if everything seems comfortable for now. It is not the start of the journey that matters most, it is its end. You do not drift into life with me by accident. You enter through decision by opening your heart, welcoming my spirit, and allowing me to guide your life. You do not stumble into separation from me by a single mistake, but by patterns left unchecked, turning your heart colder, step by step. The tragedy is that people often make choices without naming them for what they are. Culture encourages you to call greed ambition, call lust love, call rebellion freedom. The words you use may comfort you for a season, but they cannot change reality. I am not telling you this to burden you, but to wake you up with hope that the day you can choose a new direction. No matter how far you may have gone, even if you see yourself as stuck, the path home always begins with a single step toward me. There is hope for anyone who turns, no matter how late the hour. The one who was crucified with my son turned in his last moments, and he was promised paradise that very day. However, the further you walk away from me, the harder it becomes for you to hear my voice or want to return. That is not because I am farther from you, but because your heart becomes more closed, your ears less sensitive, your eyes less able to see my light. Now is the time I speak. Now is the moment of opportunity. I do not want you to miss it, thinking you have endless chances. Every day is a gift, and none of us are promised tomorrow. I am always reaching out in many different ways. Sometimes you might sense me in the laughter of a child, or in the sunrise that fills you with wonder. You may notice my whisper in the quietness at night, or feel a longing in your soul that no possession or accomplishment can satisfy. I may come to you through conviction, an inner awareness that you have wandered from what is good and true. Even in emptiness, in frustration with what the world offers, I am there, calling you home. Do not make the mistake of thinking this warning is coincidence or just random words. I speak because I want you to choose life. I will not force you. It will not break through the walls you yourself refuse to lower. I call, I offer, I plead, but I do not violate the precious gift of your will. Heaven is real. Hell is real. These are not fairy tales or mere stories, but realities more lasting than anything you experience here. Every person will one day find themselves in one or the other. There is no side door, no secret path that avoids choosing between them. The course of your soul is set by your response to me. I see everything, the fears you hide, the hopes you whisper in the dark, the times you have wondered if there is more to life than what you see. I have watched your searching, your attempts to fill emptiness, your longings for something beyond this world. All of those desires point to me, the one who made your soul for relationship, truth, and life. I meet you in every day's beginning, in every trace of beauty, in every tug on your conscience that says, there must be more. In all these ways I gently say, come home. The way is open, and no matter how long you have wandered, the journey back to me starts the very moment you decide to turn. The path to life is a narrow one, not because I make it difficult, but because few are willing to set down pride and walk in truth. The world may offer ease and approval to those who live for themselves, but I promise something greater: companionship with me, purpose, resilience in suffering, and at the end, joy that has no end. You might think you have many years ahead, time enough to turn to me when you are ready. No one knows how many days are left. Every moment you postpone, your heart grows more distant, harder to reach. My patience is great, but it is not forever. I will not coerce you into my kingdom. My voice calls out until the very end of your days, for my deep longing is that no one would be lost. Even now, as you read, do you sense my nearness? This moment is not random. I am the one who crafted you, who knows your name, who gave everything to offer you life that goes far beyond what you know now. Often you may ask, if you are love, why warn about hell at all? The answer is that true love always warns when danger is near. If you were walking toward a cliff, would it be loving to remain silent? It is love that tells you of both the danger and the hope that is waiting for you. I do not wish to frighten you, but to give you awareness, so you can choose well. I tell you of heaven because its beauty is for those who say yes to my love. I tell you of hell because those who reject me choose their eternity separated from all that is good. You cannot bargain for a second earthly life. This life is your opportunity to choose your path. Each day lived without me is a day lost. Each day with me is a day invested in something eternal and precious. You may feel unworthy. All are unworthy. That is why my grace is necessary, and that is why I offer it freely. No brokenness, no stain, no failure is too great for my love to restore or forgive. Shame tells you to hide, to believe you will never be welcomed. My truth is this: come into my light and I will not turn you away. Instead, I will heal, I will forgive, I will make new. Your story, with all its pain and struggle, is never hidden from me. I know the burdens you carry, the regrets and secrets. I know your aspirations, your doubts. I also know the end of your story, even though you do not. My longing is for you to experience real life, not just existence. What I offer is not just rules or rituals invented by people. This is about life and death, meaning and eternity. One day, everyone will stand before me. When that time comes, status, possessions, and the approval of others will no longer matter. The single question will be whether you are covered by the righteousness I freely give through my sin, whether you have welcomed my life into your soul. There are many roads that the world admires, but only one road leads to lasting joy. I am the way, the truth, and the life. There is no other entrance into my presence. Even now, my spirit knocks quietly on the door of your heart. Will you open to me? I will come in, I will be with you now and forever. That is my promise, and I never break my promises. I do not rejoice in judgment for its own sake, but judgment is necessary and inevitable. Justice and mercy together define my character. Those who refuse my mercy meet my justice. Those who accept it stand before me without shame or condemnation. The choice, my child, is not in some distant day, but now. Life and death, blessing and curse are set before you. Choose life. Let me give rest to your soul. When you walk with me, your life will have meaning beyond yourself. You will become a light in a dark world, a signpost for others who are searching. I will give you peace that cannot be shaken by circumstance, hope that endures, joy that sustains even in hardship. And when your journey here ends, you will come home to see my face, to hear the words, "Well done, welcome home." I have always loved you before you even knew my name. That love is behind every word I speak to you now. Do not turn aside. Do not wait, thinking you have more time. The door is open. I am waiting. Come home. A life of purpose and destiny. Everything I say comes from a place of deep longing for you to discover your true purpose. You were made not for emptiness, but for belonging, for being part of something larger and higher. Life is rarely easy, and I will not promise you comfort in every season, but I do promise that you will never walk alone. In joy or trial, in days of laughter or sorrow, I am with you. The peace I offer is not of this world. It remains even when everything else is shaken. Your life, even in its ordinary moments, is seen and cherished. When you doubt, remember this: I am closer than your own breath. I rejoice in your victories, share in your tears, and always wait with patience for the moment your heart turns toward me. Do not be discouraged by setbacks or by seeing that you are not yet what you want to be. Growth is a journey, moment by moment. Mistakes do not disqualify you. What matters is that you keep returning, keep seeking, keep choosing light over darkness. You might feel you are alone, especially in moments when you face rejection or misunderstanding. But I know every struggle, every hidden battle. I walk beside you in silence, even when you cannot sense me. The only thing I ask is that you do not intentionally shut me out, that you keep your heart open to my gentle call. If you have wandered, you can return. The journey home is never too difficult with me at your side. No brokenness is too deep for my healing. No guilt is too great for my forgiveness. Bring your burdens. There is nothing I cannot redeem. Your hope is not in your own strength, but in my unchanging love. Your life can be a testimony, showing others the difference that only I can bring. You have the chance to be a light for friends, for family, for strangers. Do not keep what you have received for yourself alone. Share hope, share comfort, share the truth that has reached you here. As you walk with me, you become part of my mission to rescue and restore. Each act of kindness, each word of encouragement, each small sacrifice made out of love matters in eternity. Nothing is wasted. Every day is a chance to build a history of love and goodness. And when your race is finished, when your days are done, I will welcome you. Joy will fill your soul beyond anything you can imagine now. And you will see that every yes you gave to me, every step you turned toward home, was worth far more than anything you gave up. A call to decide. You live, my child, in a world that moves quickly, often distracting you from what matters most. Many will tell you there is plenty of time, or that none of this really matters. But the deeper part of your soul, the part that aches for more, knows the truth. Now is the time for choices that last. No one can make your decision for you. You have the gift and the responsibility of writing your own story with me. If you hear my voice, do not harden your heart. The path you choose now shapes everything that's still ahead. Say yes to life. Say yes to love. Say yes to the journey home. I am always here. The door stands open. All you need to do is say yes and take the first step.